Welcome to Top 5 Niches of the Week, the original print-on-demand niches show. I've got 5 niches to share with you today, 4 of which are short-term trends where you could lock in a sale today, theoretically, if you're able to get some products uploaded. And the last one is going to be one of the most attractive niches in terms of BSR that is not really a flash in the pan, that's likely to be in demand for the next month or so. So let's get to it. Let's get started with an Amazon merch sales update. In the last 7 days, I made 279 sales for $833 in royalties on $4,127 in revenue on the US market, and another 78 sales in the international markets. My goal this year has been to get more sales on the international markets, and I've been following through with daily uploads to try to do that. If you want to follow me on Instagram, linked in the description, I do post daily sales updates for motivation. All right, let's check out the top 10 organic. All we've done here is filter out the big protected brands. And so theoretically, everything you see here should be able to be sold. Although we do know that Gulf of America is trademarked. Yet it seems like the guy who has that trademark isn't really enforcing it. Just my 2 cents, but it looks like the Gulf of America shirts that I've seen in Amazon merch were all gaming the keyword algorithm. Now, I have no way of verifying that, but anyways, you've heard me say that a bunch of times. I just feel like I always need to remind when I share this, because if 3 of the top 10 are Gulf of America, well, it tells us something, right? There's a lot of sales taking place. It can be tempting, but if it's trademarked, you definitely want to stay away unless you own the trademark. And then there's a couple newer submissions, a couple autism awareness, Jesus, Easter related. Then you got the penguin with the fist in the air, which could be a preview of what is to come. All right, niche number 1. Penguins, what do you know? The penguin niche has exploded in the last 24 to 48 hours. I had someone in my private community explain to me that it had something to do with Trump's tariffs. Okay, so penguins / tariffs / anti-Trump sentiment is trendy right now, but the penguins word specifically is the new keyword that has kind of entered the lexicon that has a lot of search interest behind it. So if you want to carve out a piece of this demand for yourself, you want to integrate the penguin aspect. Don't lose sight of that. It's like if you were to say, I want to sell a tariff shirt, would you be right? You'd be right. That is a good idea. But the most right way of going about it, so that you don't have to compete with all of last week's tariff shirts or the week before that's tariff shirts, is to be selling the penguin cross-niched with the tariffs. Does that make sense? The first design has a 500,000 BSR. It says, support the penguins, and then they're holding signs that say down with the tariffs, put fish first. Next one is a penguin holding a fish. It says resist. Next one, flippers up, I stand with the penguins. Next one, flippers up. Next one, penguins against tariffs, vote no. So it seems like flippers up is big. One there says, bro, I don't even have pockets. Next one says resist, we just eat fish. All right, there's a lot of funny ones. People are having fun with this. Clearly, the designers making these. There's a penguin surfing a orca that says Foxtrot Delta Tango. I mean, these are funny. There's some good ones. Flippers up, stand with the penguins. Okay, it looks like we've covered pretty much all of them. As you guys can see here, these were all uploaded in the last 24 to 48 hours. They've all sold. This is a very strong signal. We don't know how long it'll be trending, but yeah, right now this is where you want to be. Okay, so if you haven't uploaded anything to this niche, I would say get started. Okay, moving on to niche number 2. Coming out of my cave, and I've been doing just fine. You got the Jesus coming out of his cave just in time for Easter. All right, obviously those are also song lyrics, so whether or not this is something you should be selling is kind of up to you, but people are buying it, as evidenced by the BSRs on these products. These were all 10 of these that you see on the screen in front of you were uploaded April 5th, okay? So that is what, just a day or 2 ago? Yeah, that was yesterday. These were all uploaded yesterday, guys. I mean, there's some opportunity today. You guys should be excited. If you're selling print on demand, niche number 1 and number 2 alone have big potential for you to make a sale today. I'm not just saying that. Unless you really think that when I share this data with you, not opinion, data, that the people uploading these are capable of doing something that you're not capable of, which I believe in you. I just want you to believe in you. All right, look at the data. These were uploaded in the last 24 hours. They've all sold. Now, again, these are song lyrics. So I would say not necessarily as safe as the Penguin tariff shirts, but I would really only have even like a second thought about uploading this to Amazon merch specifically, because we know they can be specific in their content policy. They can get a little flimsy with what's okay and what's not okay. But the Jesus coming out of his cave and doing just fine shirts are definitely trendy right now. Moving on to niche number 3. Before we get to niche number 3, check out my free print-on-demand course linked in the description. Give me your email address. I send you 1 lesson a day for 20 days. And check out my print-on-demand Facebook group as well. Completely free to join. Great place to network with other POD sellers. Linked below. Niche number 3, how about the general tariff shirts and tariffs are taxes shirts? Okay, these are also trendy. I imagine, I don't watch mainstream news, but I imagine these are being talked about. I imagine that the stock market sell-off, which I didn't see many shirts talking about it, but I'm sure anybody who's in the markets like I am feeling the pain. That's also a thing that's being talked about. And if it's being talked about and if it's on people's minds, there's going to be shirts that sell. You know, maybe the less obvious way of playing this is related to stocks and whatnot, you know, equities selling off, deflation. But here are some shirts. Tariffs are taxes on us. Tariffs are a tax on hardworking Americans. Tariffs are a tax. Tariffs hurt Americans. Tariffs are taxes that Americans pay. Tariffs are taxes. The Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act from 1930. Okay, there you go. There's a few ideas. And then, oh yeah, don't skip this one. Trump graphic peeing into a fan and then the pee goes back on his face. Again, people are getting creative with the tariff shirts, clearly. And then this one I thought was my favorite tariff shirt, because I had no clue what it was. I could guess that it was related to tariffs because it showed up in search results when I searched for tariff-specific shirts. However, this is well beyond my ability when it came to math. And I'm going to let down my math teacher from college. For some reason, as an IT major, we did have to take some, like, what was it? It was like theoretical mathematics. It was the most insane class that I'd never, ever used outside of that class. And we had this dude straight from Cambridge who was a hard ass. And he made us basically take like the hardest tests possible. And he graded everything on a bell curve. And where you fell relative to the average score that the class got was your grade. So if you got the average score, you got a C. If you got far enough below the average, you got an F. And if you got far enough above the average, you got an A. That dude was, yeah, intimidating. Let's put it that way. And I mean, clearly it was for nothing. I don't remember any of this. But back, you know, me 10 plus years ago, maybe potentially would have been able to figure out what that was, that math equation. All right, I'm going to shut up now. Niche number 4, let's go. American Liberation Day. Now, this was apparently April 2nd, 2025. I did Google it, American Liberation Day. And it had something to do with like Trump, I don't know, declared American Liberation Day. Google, what does this say? In the White House Rose Garden address on April 2, 2025, Trump declared that April 2 was Liberation Day, describing the announcement as, quote, one of the most important days in American history and our declaration of economic independence. Oh, and then he actually did the tariff thing. All right, got you. So I guess there's a flip side to everything. There's the anti-tariffs and then there's the pro-tariffs. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I can guess based on, you know, how the media typically spins anything Trump does. That's not me taking a side, by the way. I'm just going to say I can guess. But, or you could just use the BSRs, honestly. I'm assuming Liberation Day are people that are cool with it. And then the flip side of that, the Penguins are basically the anti-tariffs. I don't know. It's all getting so confusing, guys. This is why I just stick to selling t-shirts, man, and making these YouTube videos. All right, niche number 5. Test day. All right, finally we moved out of the what's trendy now. Political is almost always driving all those short-term trends. How about test day? Whew, we made it. All right, as you can imagine, guys, students getting to the end of the school year, you know, I think college usually gets out first. Then you get the, you know, high school, middle school, elementary school, etc. Typically at the end of the year, you get your final exams, you get your tests, test day, etc. Now, a quick search on the USPTO database never hurt anybody. Let's type in test day and let's see what comes up. We're looking for live plus registered, okay, in class 025. I do not see live plus registered in class 025. So test day. And by the way, that's why I do the Control F search and I look for an exact match. Because if it's not an exact match, you should theoretically be just fine. So Test day looks to be safe. Boom, we did that. We did a quick trademark search, took all of 2 seconds. If you use Merch Dominator, by the way, which is how I keep up to date with these trends and find these sub niches, you can do the trademark search right there, and you can do it across all the Amazon merch marketplaces all at once. Merch Dominator is worth its weight in gold, certainly. I'll link to that in the description if you're not already using it, so you can be even earlier to these trends and make even more money selling them. But test day is trendy. It will be trendy for probably at least another month. Check the BSRs. These have the lowest average BSR of any niche we talked about today. So if you're ranking on the high end, you're going to make the most money, right? It's a science. BSR is literally telling us how well these products are selling relative to other products in the same category. So you don't have to take me at my word. It's right there in front of you, all right? First one has a BSR of 21,000. It says, you got this, hashtag test day. Next one, 34,000 BSR. It says, bruh, it's test day. You got this. The number 3 has a 39,000 BSR. Says the same thing. Number 4 says test day. You got this, bruh. No cap. 51,000 BSR. So you can see there's a bunch. Rock the test day, or rock the test day. Donut stress, just do your best is another test day shirt. May the skills be with you, test day. Right here, you know, taking a little inspiration from Star Wars. I would not be selling that myself, but anyways. And here's 10 more. It's Star Day, ST Texas R. Maybe Texas has like a different test, don't they? I think I've seen that before. Yeah, 2 of these in the, this is not 1 through 10. This is 1 through 10. This is 10 through 20 or 11 through 20, right? It's Star Day is, I guess, the Texas tests. So that's another kind of sub niche that maybe people overlook. But BSR 91,000 on the first one. The next one, BSR 102,000. Here's a few more. Actively monitoring like a boss for the people that I guess monitor the tests. Rock the test. Don't stress. Do your best. What else? Bruh, it's test day. You got this. You can do hard things. I believe in you. Okay. There's a bunch of sub niches in test day. Those are just a few from the top 20. By the way, I really like this font specifically for academic adjacent, test day adjacent designs. It is called Bright Harmony font. It is one of over 100,000 fonts available in Creative Fabrica. You can join for $3.99 a month. If you use my link in the description, I'll drop a link directly to Creative Fabrica to get the max discount. And then it is called Bright Harmony font. Let's look at some emerging trends. These are outperforming their 90-day average BSR. All right, their current BSR is outperforming their 90-day average. Could be indicative of coming trends, and I definitely see some coming trends listed here in front of me. So take a quick peek at that. Some of these could be random too. It's not necessarily a guarantee that these are gonna be trending, but you can see like the Easter stuff. What is that, like Haitian Flag Day, I think, is coming up. So there's definitely some up and comers here. And if you have Merch Dominator, you can just scroll and scroll and scroll, and there's a bunch of ideas. All right, looking ahead, these are smaller, less obvious calendar niches. May 6th is National Teachers Day. That's a big one. May 7th, School Nurses Day. That's a big one. May 8th, Iris Day. Not quite as big. May 9th, Military Spouses Day. And May 9th also is Child Care Provider Day. Anything like that that's dedicated to a specific kind of class or profession, there's always going to be gift potential, and selling print-on-demand products in that like $10 to $20 to $30 range make prime gift opportunities. All right, let's look at the archive and see what was selling well 11 months ago. And what do you know? A lot of Mother's Day designs were doing really well 11 months ago, and they will likely be doing very well 1 month from today. So you probably already knew that, but here you go. Here are a couple examples. And here are some removed designs. These were all removed in the last 24 hours, either by the uploader or by Amazon. Ooh, that hurts. The Gulf of Mexico shirt that had an 11,000 BSR got removed. I wonder why. That is interesting. And there's really no way for us to know, but that sucks for them. They had an 11,000 BSR. Another shirt is gone. All right, guys, that is it. Thank you for watching. I have a full print-on-demand course that walks you through step-by-step how to start your business, how to scale it, and then how to automate it, exactly as I do. I've made 6-figure profits every year for the past 6 years. If you want to learn my exact method, it is linked in the description. And I have a private community that goes live twice a week, has a bunch of resources, has a bunch of awesome guests that come on, and you get to work directly with me twice a week. So check that out if you're interested, or if you have any questions, let me know in the comments or email me. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon with another new video.